For this cause, since the day we heard it, do not cease to pray for you and to desire that ye might be filled with the knowledge of his will in all wisdom and spiritual understanding, that ye might walk worthy of the Lord unto all pleasing, being fruitful in every good work and increasing in the knowledge of God, strengthened with all might according to his glorious power, unto all patience and long-suffering with joyfulness, giving thanks unto the Father, which hath made us meet to be partakers of the inheritance of the saints in light. Amen. Beautiful portion. Now, let's locate these important things he just shared with us. We'll take it from verse 9. So you go back to verse 9 and let's see. It says, for this cause, since the day we heard it. You know, he's talking about their love for God's people and their faith and so on from the previous verses 1 to 8 after his opening address. But here's what I want to say. It says, since that day we heard about you and what you were doing, we haven't ceased to pray for you and to desire. Then he starts telling them the content of the prayer. Number one, that he might be filled with the knowledge of his will. Write it down. Number one, be filled with the knowledge of his will. That's in verse 9. 7 factors for a healthy spiritual life. Number one, be filled with the knowledge of his will. Not many people know God's will. Now, if he says they were praying for these Colossian Christians to be filled with the knowledge of God's will, doesn't that tell us that it's God's will for us to be filled with the knowledge of his will? There are a lot of people who are praying and asking God, what is your will? They don't know the will of God for this or that or the other. They're not sure what the will of God is. And yet the Bible tells us God wants us to be filled with the knowledge of his will. Remarkable. All right, so that's number one. Be filled with the knowledge of his will.